Sedgemoor Live.
On the station made in Bridgwater.
Sedgemoor FM.
Hi, I'm Abi from Sedgemoor FM and I'm here today with Jason from Somerset Business Consultancy. So you opened up Somerset Business Consultancy about 5 months ago now. What originally inspired you to set it up?
Well, I was invited by Somerset Council to become part of the business mentors for Somerset. And after attending various sessions and then being luckily appointed some mentees, the experience of helping people in front of me was amazing. And I said to my team at the end of one of the mentoring sessions, I'd love to do that for a living.
Yeah.
And Kim and Rachel, who are part of my senior management team, why didn't you do it?
Yeah.
So I thought, I slept on it, and I thought, that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, and have you always worked in this kind of sector?
I've always worked in business. I've been in business for 25 years.
Yeah.
Originally started with hospitality, and then moved into facilities management.
Yeah, and do you feel like this range of like working in hospitality is kind of, do you feel those skills have kind of transferred over into starting up this new business?
When I started many years ago working for a company called Hilton, it was the biggest training ground of my life.
Yeah.
And when you're dealing with people, money, weddings, funerals, events, delayed plane flights, you experience every single aspect of what is well planned, what can go wrong, and people and emotions.
Yeah.
And it's dealing with people's emotions, so I've learned a lot over the years.
Yeah.
And to now, it's great to share it.
Yeah. And what would you say has been the biggest highlight since you've opened this business?
Meeting new people,
Yeah.
learn about their businesses, which even though I'm very experienced in business, some of the mentees that arrive are in completely different businesses to what I have run. However, the structure, the process, the model and the systems are identical.
Yeah. And despite I can imagine there must be so many positives, but do you find that there are kind of challenges with starting up a new business?
The biggest start of any business is creating leads.
Yeah.
People who believe in you and who's going to spend money to, because when you start the consultancy, mentor and coaching business, trust is a huge part of the relationship you build with your customers, and the advice you give to them is critical for their business to grow. So that's the hardest part, of making sure you listen so carefully and try and gain a really deep understanding of where the help is needed.
Yeah, and do you feel like this commitment to helping businesses is what makes you stand out from other kind of similar businesses who might do the same thing?
I think I've got a huge amount of energy. I'm very passionate. I love to see people do well. There's nothing greater than, it doesn't matter if it's a member of family, somebody you worked with in the past. If you can help somebody do well and you can see their business thrive, see them start taking on new staff, you know, they suddenly start changing the car they're driving, they go to a new office. Yeah, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. So I love helping people.
And have you had any advice to give other people who are thinking of starting up their own business? What would you say?
First of all, have a plan of why you want to set it up. I personally would never set up a business that I've got no experience in the industry. Yeah. So if you come from a food and beverage background and you think about setting up a restaurant, that's a good place to start. If you're a car mechanic and you set up a car workshop, that's a great place to start. But over the years, there's you can relate to, so we say, famous TV programs where a famous celebrity goes into and start a restaurant, and their background was running a garage or a sweet shop. You've got to know the background of the business. If you don't know the background and the business model, the likelihood of being successful is very, very low. Know the industry. That's really important.
And I know obviously you've got other businesses, and do you think having that experience previously has helped you kind of with knowing what to do and how to get this one off the ground running?
Yes, I would say the businesses that I've been fortunate enough to start and have done extremely well have come from the knowledge of employing fantastic people. It's one of our main logos or in the other businesses we have, you have to work really hard at recruiting.
Like teamwork and all this is so important.
You have the right energy levels, positive people, and people who generally want to do well. And it's not easy starting at any business, and you have to understand there are sacrifices on the way.
Yeah, and what kind of sacrifice do you mean
by
that? Time,
family.
It takes a lot of effort to kind of start something new.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I started the commercial cleaning business I have, Sansom, myself, I started from my bedroom. So I started work at 7 o'clock in the morning, finishing at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I was relentless. You are promoting your brand, your business. You have, I used to love playing football. That stopped. I saw less of my son. I used to go to Cheddar Running Club. That stopped. So there's a lot of sacrifices. So you have to be selfish when you start, because it won't be successful. However, the key part we just spoke about is bringing quality people in. As soon as your business allow you to bring quality people in, then you can take a little bit of a step back and then enjoy them step changes over a period of months ahead.
It's really important for businesses to kind of learn about all of that and learn about like what it takes to be successful. So how can people find out more about you and what you've done?
Well, they can contact me directly at Somerset Business Consultancy. We'd love to talk to you. We do a free consultation, which I think is really important. And the reason why it's really important is because when you talk to a consultant or a coach or a mentor, it costs money. If we will spend 15 minutes to half an hour talking to anybody interested in starting a business, just so we can give them some for instances. And one of the key questions I asked somebody recently who was looking to leave their current position and start a new business is how much would you need to earn a year to survive? Her answer to me was, I never even thought of that.
No.
That's the most...
And making people aware of all these kind of things that they never would have thought about.
It's so important that you have a plan. Financially, if you're walking away from another job, which I did when I started my first business, me and my wife sold 2 houses we had in Norfolk. We moved to Somerset, and I had a time period of a pot of money to survive on. And it weren't a big pot of money by any means. So if that went wrong, I would have lost 2 houses. That's the risk I took, and you do have to be a risk taker.
It's always paid off.
It has paid off, and I'll never look back because I love what I do.
Okay.
But there are risks. They have to be calculated. You have to consider people around you, key family members, your children, and do it when you feel comfortable. And also, when I say do it when you feel comfortable, there's probably never a great time to set up a business. There's never a great time to have a baby, because it's unplanned. But something at key points of your life will say to you, this is the right time, and it's a feeling. And I always go on my instinct every single time. So when it feels right, do it. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. It is that simple.
Oh, well, thank you so much for all your advice. I feel like this will be so helpful for other businesses, and I wish you the best of luck for all your other business ventures.